Alright, so this is a real brief introduction on how to kind of get set up and started with Scratch. So you're going to have to go to scratch.mit.edu and then you'll click on Join Scratch, you'll create an account. After you've done that, you'll sign in and you will make sure that first off that you have your password correct, and then you'll have something like this that you show up on your page. And so you have people that you can follow, you have featured projects, you'll have your username in the upper corner, you'll have your stuff, you'll have messages, you'll have the option to create, explore, discuss, all those different pieces. What we're going to look at today is what happens when we click on create. So if we create, it brings up our kind of blank studio. This is our development environment, and we can see a couple of things over here. We have the title, so first thing we should do is call it something appropriate. I'm going to call this practice, and then I'm going to remember to delete it so that it doesn't show up anymore. This is the stage, and this thing here is called a sprite, and you can see that I have down here, I have a sprite, and it's kind of our character. It's the thing that we will write our code for. We have a couple of options. We have a green flag, we have a stop sign, we have file, edit, we have our menu, we have a duplicate, cut, move, we have the ability to share things, we can see a project page. We'll go through all of that in a little bit. But the key are the big pieces here. We have a stage. This is where things happen. You can drag and move stuff around. Each sprite has scripts attached to it, and these scripts are things that it can do, and there's different categories. You have motion, so you can move, you have looks, you can say something, you have sound, you can play a sound, you can draw stuff, you can have data. We'll go through all of these in detail down the road. You can control things, you can sense it, you have operators, and then you have the ability to make your own blocks. So in general, we start things off out with an event. The standard one is the green flag clicked. When I want to actually write code, I drag it over here. This is where I will actually write the code that works on this sprite. And so when the green flag is clicked, nothing happens. If I want to actually make something happen, let's say I was to pull over and connect this purple block to the green flag clicked. When I click the green flag, it should say hello for 2 seconds. Okay, so it runs sequentially. It starts here, it just goes down. If I have it think something after that, it will say hello, and then it will think every time the green flag is clicked, and go back for and then be done and wait for the next command to come through. So let's say that I have my project. I want to add a sprite. I have options down here. I can choose from a gallery. I can click on anything that I want. Okay, I can paint a sprite, I can upload a sprite, or I can take a picture if I have a webcam attached to my computer. And so we have different options here. We have our sprite. We have costumes. These are different looks for the sprite. You can see that it's switching back and forth between those costumes. That's how we'll down the road create animations. We also have sounds that we can play. This is a meow sound for the cat, and you can load sounds, you can record sounds, you can do lots of stuff with it. So let's say that we're done with our project and we want to actually share it. We got to do a couple of things. First off, we have to click share, and we can see now that it is shared, and it will drop me into what's called the project page. So this URL at the top here is unique to this project, to this user, and you have the ability to put some instructions. You should always tell them what to do, so we just say this is click the green flag. Again, that's kind of the start piece. We should put some credits about who wrote it. We can tag it. We can do different things. And then our last piece is we can put it in a studio. So if you don't, let's say that we have this and I was to look at my stuff, it's just all listed and it's hard. You can see all the things I have in here. It's hard to kind of keep track of what we have here. So I can see there's my practice delete. It's not added anywhere. What we're going to do is we're going to add it to a studio. And so the studio, if you click on my studios, you can make a new studio. So I'd make a new studio, and it's going to load here. And I would make it whatever I want. I could call it Unit 1, I could call it practice stuff. I'm going to again call this practice delete. And I'm going to add that project. I can add it, I can add a picture, I can do whatever. My projects I can add to it. And then you can see that that shows up there. So then when I click on my studios, so if I click back to my stuff, and I look at my studios, I can see that that's in there, and I have the different ones for this course. So unit 1, we have some stuff for that. I can comment it and do that. So that's kind of enough stuff to get you up and going. Let's say that we're back in our stuff, and we want to modify this. A couple of things I can do. I can unshare it. If I just click on it and I want to actually modify the code, I click on See Inside again, and then that will take me to the editor. This is not the URL that you want to share. You want to go to the project page. Otherwise, people will pop to this and they'll see the code inside, which is probably not what you've intended.